tough day actually yesterday. The qualifying, the whole thing doesn't last 3/4 of an hour, I don't think, from start to finish. But it felt like 3 hours. It was that long qualifying with so many people falling off. I saw the scrutineers at the end of it. I think 18 separate incidents there was. I was one of the people that jumped off and managed to remount. Unfortunately, James didn't get that opportunity. It was a bit bigger than mine. But no, we're both in not too bad a position. I'm on the second row. I think James is just on the outside of the third or fourth. So yeah, not too bad.
Indy's quite a hard place to pass. Obviously I'm carrying a bit of an injury, but hopefully it won't affect me on the bike too much. But I just want to come away from here as strong points as possible. Obviously a little bit less optimistic as we were coming into it, just with the qualifying position we're in. But I will try and not let that get to me and just push as hard as I can and see if we get to the front. We showed the pace this morning. We had top 4, top 5 pace in warm-up. So yeah, I think we should hopefully get a good position in the race. I don't really want to predict anything, but we'll be hopefully up at the sharp end.
Will John have a chance to bury riders on the grid because this is the one underneath the right
The first race in the 2014. Oh, what a moment! Keogh stalled it on the line, and the Stalker start has worked for the veteran Walker. He has bounced straight through into second place.
Stalker takes the lead.
Chris Walker leads a British Superbike race once again at the fine old age of 42. It's only brief, the length of the Brabham Straight. Brooks storms back.
He'll cut to the inside and try and get the inside of Brooks into Druids and doesn't make it. But hey, make no mistake, Chris Walker has been quick in the dry and in the waste, not just the weather.
He sets up Brooks big time through Druids, and the equally busy and aggressive. And here's Brooks. Brooks on that distinctive black and red Milwaukee Yamaha slides underneath Chris Walker.
Right, so what you've got to do there is cut to the inside. You're figuring the rider's gone in a bit quick to Paddock Hill. He might just lose time up to us.
And he's gone down! And there, number 77, James Ellison desperately trying to get past John Hopkins on the Taiko Suzuki.
Here come, this might work.
Getting big drive there out of the Clark curve onto the Brabham Straight, and James Ellison now moves through into third place. Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag is out. The red flag is out. We don't know why, but Walker. And we've had a blow up on the start and finish. James Hillier on the Quattro plant Kawasaki. So Chris Walker then rides back into what will be, I'm sure, a very warm if rather frustrated greeting. Yeah. Finished 10th overall in British Superbikes with a best placing of 5th here at Brands Hatch, and Mark Halverson-Smith gives him, you can see they're disappointed there, he gives him a consoling pat on the back.
Right, let's work this out. This is a two-part race now, so Walker will start from pole, but that's the only advantage he gets.
He got a little bit of an over-eager jump, but he did get the jump on Shaky. Here comes Shaky Bird making a very early move on Walker, and one lap in already. The London-born three-time champion gets himself there. Walker comes back up the inside. Shaky waves a leg and warns him off.
Shaky's gone wide though.
Take that! Yes, Christopher, very nice. We're on the third lap of 12, the Lloyds British GBmoto Kawasaki, the Rapid Solicitors Kawasaki. And in third place now, Ellison has bumped his way through and is trying to close the gap on the two leaders. And once again, Shaky gets terrific drive, and this time Chris has no answer. Shaky had got the drive coming out of the Clark curve, and that gave him the advantage along the Brabham Straight. The fastest lap classification, of course, will set up the grid for race 2. Ellison has been quickest. Byrne, Walker, they change around on the front row of the grid. Shaky Byrne making the perfect start in his attempt to reclaim the British title and go for a record-breaking 4th crown. He crosses the line for Rapid Solicitors Kawasaki, and right behind him,
Walker.
The two Lloyds British GBmoto boys cross the line.
Over the moon, just want to thank the whole team for the outstanding work they've done in putting these bikes together for this season, and also I want to thank obviously all the sponsors, because without them and their support and the people that keep us together, hold us together, we wouldn't be here. So just massive, great, just a great way. I'm speechless to start the season. Fantastic.
Really strong start on the first part of the race. We've gone from 16th on the grid, and I think by halfway around lap 1 I was in 6th. So obviously a mega start for the Lloyds British GBmoto Kawasaki, and just shows how much hard work these boys have done in the winter. You know, the bike's pretty new. We've had maybe 9 days on the bike. You've got to look at the likes of Shaky, who've had it for 3 years. A big part of that's down to Chris, obviously bringing his experience over, and it's just helped us get to the level we're at now. You know, I wasn't really expecting. I kind of wanted a podium, but I knew it wasn't going to come easy for the first round. So it was like a pleasant surprise, really, just to be fighting up at the front for the first race, and for both me and Chris to be on the podium as well. It's just mega for the team.
Yeah, it was good, to be fair. I didn't expect to be leading as many laps as I did in the part 1 of it, and it was nice to do that. It was a different feeling for me. I've not led a race for a while. It was good to dash with Brooksy before he went down, and then again in part 2 with Shaky. So no, it's a great weekend. Great for the team for the first race with Kawasaki's 2 podiums. It's the first 2 podiums as well. So yeah, Lloyds British GBmoto boys are well chuffed, and me and James are too. So one swallow don't make a summer. Got a lot to do this season, and the next one's next race about 2 minutes time. So fingers crossed.
They're off. Oh, Ellison does mess it up, and he gets a little bit of a jump that's going to cost him several places into turn 1. And he tries to get round Walker. He does, and hang on to that 3rd place, but he lost immediate ground off the line.
Yeah, and Chris Walker's already getting stuck in and about his teammate Ellison. The fencing as they go down into Graham Hill.
And look who it was launched through to 2nd place. It's a rapid solicitors Kawasaki 1-2. So launching round to complete lap 1, and straight away Shaky Byrne sets about no new leaders. Walker gets the better of Ellison and moves clean through into 3rd place. He's looking for that 50th BSP career podium. Stuart Easton should have the draft, but it's Ellison who moves through.
Yep.
Ellison just cuts underneath Chris Walker into 3rd.
And that's why Walker looked to be having a bit of a go at Easton, because he knew that he'd got company in the form of Ellison. Here comes Ellison for 2nd.
He's got it. Now, can he make a move? He gets Stuart Easton. Oh, Easton cuts back underneath him along the bottom straight. But as they keel into Surtees, Ellison is through. So Shane Byrne 46.3, James Ellison 46.3. Absolutely tooth and nail at the front, evenly matched. But Brooks does make his move through. Great move by the Australian. Now he just defended up the hill, and that will give him about 4.5 laps to do anything about Shaky Byrne. Byrne powers out through Clark Curve, takes victory from a hard-riding Josh Brooks. 3rd for James Ellison. 4th place goes to Yuichi Kianari from Chris Walker, and Stuart Easton in 6th.
Well done, guys. Great effort.
Fantastic for them. Obviously, there's a lot of people involved in the team, and just a big thumbs up to everybody who's helped out. The bikes are fantastic. You know, to come here and get 3 podiums in their first weekend on a Kawasaki, it just proves how strong the Kawasaki package is and how strong Lloyds British GBmoto are. So yeah, happy camper here, mate, and Chris Walker as well. Obviously, he's chuffed a bit to the podium before. We rode strong in the 2nd race as well. So it's been a good weekend for everybody, I think.
Fantastic. I have to say, if every weekend's going to go like that, I'll be a happy man. I'm sure we've got some more trials and tribulations along the way. Alton Park next, but really happy. Fantastic weekend for us. Can't believe how well James and Chris have done under race conditions. Just want to thank the sponsors and everybody involved in the team. Fantastic results, and looking forward to testing at Alton Park next Friday, and then moving on for the following weekend for round 2 there.